Hi, it's David and I'm here at the Essex County Environmental Center. Today I'm going to show you how to sew up a medicine bag. To do this we use burlap. Burlap is a nice and easy material to learn to sew it because it already has the holes visible within the cloth, so it's easy to slide a needle right through. And what we're going to do is we're going to first put our pins on so we can sew up the sides with raffia, with this raffia palm that we'll use. And then we'll be able to put a piece of yarn on so that we can wear it, so we can hang it on our chest or on our side if we would like. So to do that, the first thing that we do is we fold over our burlap, and I'm going to take clothespins and I'm going to put clothespins on the sides. And this is going to help the material to stay in place when we sew it. And I'll show you once I get these two clothespins in there. So I folded over the burlap and I put a pin on each side. And now I'm going to sew up the sides. To sew up the sides, I take my needle, get a nice clean piece of raffia, and I'm going to feed that through the eye of the needle. And I take the top and I'm going to tie an overhand knot on the top. I want a nice big fat knot so it doesn't pull through the burlap. I'm going to do one more overhand loop. Okay. Oh, let's do 3. And it won't sneak out. There we go. And I can start on the side. I'll start on this side here and I'm going to put my needle through. And I'll pull it all the way till it stops. It stopped because it's blocked by that knot. And what I'd like to do is a whip stitch. I'm just going to bring it through the front and pull it tight. And then I'm going to whip it over the top and do that again. And each time I do, I just want to dress my raffia. I want to make sure the raffia pulls nice and tight. So again, even though it came out the back, I'm bringing it back around to the front and I'm going to push it through. And I just give a little space in between each new push with the needle. And that way the thread will be nice and tight. I won't have gaps on the side of my pouch where maybe something could fall out. And I'm going to do that all the way up the side till I reach the opening at the top. And at the top, I'm going to do a stop stitch. I'll push it through. But then I'm going to just wrap my thread around the top once, twice. And that way when I pull that through, it'll form a knot. And now I can cut because the knot will hold it in place. So I've sewed up the side of the bag with a whip stitch, bringing it around and around. And now I can even remove this pin because it's not needed to hold the bag. I'm going to sew up the other side and then we'll move on. So I can get rid of this piece and I'm going to put the next piece on. I'm going to put it through the eye of the needle and then at the very top I'll tie an overhand knot and I'm going to tie another just to keep it a nice big knot so the thread doesn't slide through the bag material. Alright. And again, I'll push my needle through the bag till it catches the knot. And then I can just whip it around. This time I'm doing it, I'll turn it this way so you can see. I'm going to bring it through and pull it tight. Bring it back around, whip it around and pull it tight. 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 And I'm almost at the top, so I'm going to do my, my stop stitch here, if I can. I might not have had enough material. Let's see if I can get it through. Nope, I ran out of material, so I can't wrap it around. That's all right. I'm going to pull it tight, and then I'm going to cut. I'll cut the needle off, and I'm just going to tie a knot. Pull these around and tie a knot. That way it doesn't pull through. Okay. And you can always trim, make it nice and neat and clean. So now I've got both sides sewn up. I've sewn up both sides of the medicine bag. Now I want to use this to fold it closed. I'm going to fold it closed, but I want to put a string in. I'm going to put a string in, and then I'll use overhand knots to tie that string in place. So let's try that. This will be the string, this nice piece of pink yarn. I'm going to overhand knot it and place it. I'm placing it right where the lid would fold over. And again, I'm going to feed some raffia through the needle. But this time, I really just want to feed little pieces, and I'll show you what I mean. I just want a little piece. I pushed it through, and I'm going to cut it. So I fed a piece through, and I cut it, and now I can just tie this in an overhand knot, and that'll lock it in place. And I'm going to do that, let's see, I could do 1, 2, and 3. Maybe I'll put a 4th stitch if I need to lock it in place even better. See if I can get away with one more overhand stitch. All right, so I've got my string, so it holds the bag, but you can see the lid is open, so what we're going to do is take a little feather, and we can fold this over and stick the feather through and use the quill of the feather as our locking mechanism. And we've made our own burlap medicine bag with raffia whip stitched up and down the sides, some overhand knots just to hold the necklace piece in place, and then our feather just to seal everything up in that bag so nothing falls out. Pretty neat. So you can go ahead and make your own. You can add your own embellishments to it. We'd love to see how they come out. If you would please share it with us, or you can even take a photograph and post it up on our Facebook, Essex County Environmental Center on Facebook. We'd love to see your work. Thank you.